Have you ever felt misunderstood? Like you're playing a long game that nobody else seems to get? The world often confuses noise with intelligence and silence with weakness. People might doubt you, laugh at you, or completely misunderstand what you're doing. But real wisdom doesn't need to prove itself. It simply endures calm, patient, and steady, even when everyone else questions it. True success isn't born from applause. It's born from understanding timing, trusting your judgment, and staying grounded when the world is rushing around you. Today's story is a quiet reminder of that truth. In a faraway kingdom, there once lived a minister known for his brilliance. He was the king's most trusted advisor, a man whose counsel shaped the very destiny of the realm. Every decision, big or small, passed through his mind before it reached the throne. The king respected him deeply, but not everyone shared that admiration. Inside the royal court, jealousy was brewing. Some courtiers whispered among themselves, "Why does the king rely so much on one man? What makes him so special?" They smiled in his presence, but resented him in secret, just waiting for the day he would stumble. One morning, during a quiet walk in the palace gardens, the king turned to his minister and said, "You are wise beyond measure, but tell me something honestly. How did such a wise man raise such a foolish son?" The minister looked surprised. "Your Majesty, why do you think my son is foolish?" The king chuckled. "Every morning when I go for my walk among the people, your son stands by the gate, and every day I ask him the same question, which is more valuable, gold or silver? And every single day he answers, silver." The courtiers standing nearby burst into laughter. Even the guards couldn't help but smile behind their helmets. The minister's face turned red with embarrassment. He bowed respectfully, said nothing, and quietly walked away. When he reached home that evening, he found his son sitting by the window. "Tell me something honestly," he said gently. "Which is more valuable, gold or silver?" Without a moment's hesitation, the boy replied, "Gold, of course." The minister frowned. "Then why do you tell the king every morning that silver is more valuable?" The boy smiled calmly. "Because, Father, every morning the king places 2 coins in front of me, 1 gold and 1 silver. Then he says, 'Take whichever is more valuable,' and every time I pick the silver coin." The king laughs and walks away. The minister was confused. "But why? Why choose silver when you know gold is worth more?" Today the entire court laughed at you. The boy stood up, walked to a small wooden box on his table, and opened it. Inside was a neat stack of shining silver coins, dozens and dozens of them. "These," he said, "are the coins the king has given me, one every day." The minister stared in disbelief. "All of these from the king?" "Yes." The boy nodded. "If I ever take the gold coin and give the right answer, the king will know I'm not foolish. He'll stop asking me the question, and when he stops, I'll stop earning. I'd rather take 1 silver coin a day for many years than 1 gold coin once and have nothing afterward." He smiled softly. "The king laughs because he thinks I'm silly, but I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not just collecting coins, I'm learning patience, consistency, and restraint. I'm thinking long term, not short term." Most people wouldn't understand that. The room fell silent. The minister looked at his son with pure awe. In that moment, he realized that his son's wisdom ran deeper than anyone had ever imagined. It wasn't the loud kind of wisdom. It was quiet, steady, and brilliantly strategic. He finally smiled and said, "My son, you've taught me something I've spent a lifetime advising others about. The wise never rush to prove their intelligence. They let their results speak for them." The next morning, when the minister returned to court, a few courtiers tried to mock him again. "Your son must have answered the king the same way today, eh? One of them sneered. The minister simply smiled. "Yes," he said, "and every day, while you laugh, my son grows richer." They didn't understand what he meant, but that didn't matter. From that day on, the minister never worried about what others said. He knew something the world often forgets. The people who seem foolish today are often the ones quietly building their future while everyone else is busy talking. Time passed. The boy kept collecting his silver coins. Eventually, he used them to start a small business trading goods between nearby villages. Over the years, that business grew and grew. By the time he was a man, he had more gold than anyone who had ever mocked him. One evening, the old king, now frail and thoughtful, called the minister's son to the palace. "You've grown into a fine young man," he said. "Tell me, which is more valuable, now gold or silver?" The young man smiled. "Neither, your majesty. Time is the most valuable thing of all, because once it's gone, you can never earn it back." The king nodded slowly, impressed. "Your father raised you well." But the young man shook his head. "No, your majesty, you raised me. Every silver coin you gave me taught me patience." The king smiled. "Then, I suppose we've both learned something from each other." In life, you'll meet two kinds of people: those who do little but talk big, and those who do great things quietly. The first kind looks impressive for a moment. The second kind lasts a lifetime. The minister's son didn't chase validation. He didn't argue, he didn't prove, and he didn't boast. He simply acted with a quiet, unwavering purpose. That's what wisdom really is doing. What's right, even when no one is there to clap for you. So when the world laughs at your choices or questions your path, don't get distracted. Let them laugh. Because when all the noise finally fades, your results will remain. True wisdom doesn't shout, it builds. It doesn't rush, it waits. It doesn't seek to impress, it simply endures. Those who understand this never have to explain themselves, because time eventually reveals everything. The hidden truth is that real wisdom doesn't need an audience. It doesn't live in noise or approval. It lives in silence, in patience, and in the quiet confidence of knowing you're doing what's right, even when no one else understands. The minister's son wasn't chasing applause. He was building something that only time could reveal: self-control, strategy, and strength. Life will test you in the same way. People will laugh at your pace, your choices, your silence. But one day, when the noise fades, your results will speak for you. So stay calm, stay focused, and never trade long-term peace for short-term validation. If this story moved you or made you see wisdom a little differently, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs this reminder today, and subscribe for more timeless stories that inspire patience, perspective, and inner strength. Because in the end, wisdom isn't about being right, it's about being steady when the world is shaking. Let others talk. You just keep building. Thank you for watching.